Oh, this is a situation of. Oh, hi, by the way. This is part of a vlog where right now I am taking in the sight, and you are too, of those LED lights. At nighttime, that's the time. Yeah, that's the time. I've been exhausted. Unfortunately, I drink coffee and it doesn't do anything for me anymore other than keeps me up for a long time. So let's push the moon. No, let's get the sun out here. The sun of my consciousness arrived into the night hours and all that kind of thing. Have some seltzer water. Got this and get some grippers. Some grippers. They're in bed. Because I was trying to take my tongue out, but here it is. Some trail mix and all that. These are bright. I can see now why people flip them around the other way and everything like that. Did they get hot though? No, it's not again like. It's just a Columbia Pictures. Anyway, check it out. It's Columbia Pictures. Ugh. See if I can bring those fleas up with me because I got feral cats. They're wild cats, except they're not. You know. Anyway, all right. I'll turn the switch on. Bare feet going on here. Bare feet. I'm gonna turn the light. There we go. Turn the light off my phone because I needed my light to be on and everything. You want to get on the ship? It's got tea stain. It's got tea and dust. I don't even think of tea stains. It's just dust. I rescued that photo. I'll find more of the story. I mean, it's a painting of a boat. What could the story really be? What could the story really be? It's a painting of a boat. Whatever. So something had happened that's a bit surprising to me, and I have 3 lights on. No, oh, I'm sorry, 2 lights. So I'm figuring the mathematic about this since it's an update, I guess, from my last video. Uh, I had some. I don't always publish my videos to be public until a while later, so the ordering of them comes out as it does, I guess. So I do have 3 lights, 1, 2, and 3, but one of them is from the bedroom uh bopper bunker, whatever the hell you want to call it. There it is, right there. Isn't that nifty? Yeah. So it's raining out. If you can't hear, here, let's check it out. Watch this. Nice and peaceful. Now I'm taking the advantage or recognizing the thankfulness. I can be thankful about being up in a peaceful place right now. I still have ear nerve damage stuff. I've been beaching. I've been beaching about that for a long while because because it's painful. You get used to it, but not really. It's kind of bizarre. Like it's not any different. It just numbed itself. Like it puts itself as a background process. Yep, that double-sided tape is definitely not going to do it for me, but I don't want to mess about. I cut it so good though. Look at that. It's cut just fine. That's the stuff that came with a camper. I don't mind that so much. It's just having that be what it was alone. Oh, this whole thing wiggles, I guess, doesn't it? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? This is the whole slide out area. I haven't really done like the introduction video to this whole thing, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, um, it's quiet. It's quiet in here without the converter fan on. Not that that's horrible or anything, you know? It just reminds me of like being in places that are apartments or cities or needing a fan to be on constantly. If I need a fan to be on, I get a Vox fan or whatever, keep that on, you know. Yeah. But this is it. That's how the lights are in here with the LEDs hooked to shore power. It does drop down a bit, I think, when it just runs strictly off battery power, you know, which is to be expected. I do believe. Um, I thought I'd bring my laptop up at some point and see if that kicks the converter fan on too. My whole game of wonderment and experimenting with this is basically if the converter fan is going to kick on and what's going to make it kick on. Most people's game, I suppose, with shore power is can they run without the breakers going, you know, the circuits or whatever. But yeah, this is like, you know, that's what I got so far. I'd like to get one of those Furman ones. Those things are really going up in price. Since the last video, I had my motorbike insurance come in the mail. Maybe I mentioned that. Maybe that already happened. But what are you gonna do? I'd like to cut some more of this foam away, but it's there, acting as what it does. So I think I'll just try to like get some design, get some graphics or whatever over. I mean, on this side, it's obviously one thing. That side over there, I think, that was replaced. So what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Answer below in the comments in a good way. Ha! Interacting now, acting like I am actually interacting with doing this whole thing. I don't know. I don't think there's a fuse for the TV satellite thing because I have this old TV here. I tried hooking it up. All I can do is get radio, but there's a antenna up there, and I was like, oh, nothing's coming in. There's probably nothing available anyway. Why would they have like the old school? Like you could tune into like the ancient, the ancient days, the ancient days of 1978 to 1998, the ancient days all the way up to 1988, and get like some bunny ear channels and everything like that. You think that's possible? I don't know. I mean, maybe I could have a thing for the fuse. I'm pretty sure there's a fuse missing that says something about TV and satellite, so who knows? Somewhere, like you could see that, it says TV radio 15 amp. Well, there's 15 amp there at number 8. I don't know. I'm not messing with that. I'm not thinking about it. It's just a curiosity on my mind. Most everything else is something where it's like, oh, hey, why don't you just, think about all that kind of stuff and do it tomorrow. Usually I'm like, no, I can't sleep, so I'm going to go and do all that right now. Because who knows what the future brings. There might not be a future. It's like, what did I do then? I ordered soles from eBay to put on some boots and some stuff to work on or whatever, and then worked on some more stuff and everything. So, yeah. It's the light. It's the lights. This is the lights in here though, and it's very bright. It's both at once. You can't just choose one or the other. And then you got these little reed lights here. These are the things I was talking about. These are the things I was talking about. Forgive my language. I'm exhausted. Those lights can almost read what it says there, but who knows? I thought I just saw it blip. Uh-oh. I can't see what it says. Ow. It says ow. I don't know how to replace these though. Do they just... What do I do? I could definitely get better lights, but then if everything's this bright, I can't... I'm seeing spots now. I've seen a bunch of dogs named Spot running around and they're jumping over wooden fences, and they reminded me of mid-90s pop rock music, and I never thought I'd be longing for the innocence, yet the trailway to disparity in which it would enunciate, That's what it does. All those songs, they made a trailway and enunciated the disparity of it all in some way, but we had Hootie and the Blowfish. Think about that, The presidents of the United States of America. Peaches, songs about peaches, and mud, and all that kind of thing. So that's nice. So I'd like to get a table over here to set my seltzer on, because I don't know where my seltzer's gonna go. So I have to have a bedside stand and all that. Get all this figured out and everything, if that's possible. The blanket or the pillow, I like to fold the pillow like this and have my head like this and everything. It'd be fun to have musicians up here and everything like that. We all know how my social life is or whatever. It's pretty much immediate ostracization within like 2.5 weeks or something like that. So I don't know. It's this town, to be honest, though. I could tell you about all the stuff. I could tell you about 1485 magazine and how they like said they never received some email when I asked them about putting the album up on Bandcamp for Bandcamp Fridays. And then they put four other bands up for one of them. And then said they never reread the email I sent them as I was messaging them. So I don't know what happened there, but a lot of things like that occur. And then one of my albums was never put up on there for better or worse, whether it was any good or not. I'd like to stand behind some of my music because I have some that I enjoy quite a bit and I think would be good. Other stuff is so experimental that you have to have the right kind of whatever, but I do it all on my own and all that. And they just blinked it out and then put other artists up there for Bandcamp Friday. So I don't know. There's some sort of unwritten rule that I must have done something so terrible thought wise. Meanwhile, I know people that actually have done really horrible bad things, and I had to get away from them. I didn't even know that they did things, and then like they told somebody, and then they didn't. There's a place they never went back to again, and I was like, why is this person not here? And then I found out about what they did. And then he gets to, it's like that person's a complete sociopath because then they can get together with people and somebody's like messing with making a documentary about that person. And I don't know if that's before or after anyone else knows what they did. Meanwhile, I'm the one with social issues or something like that. Like, I don't know. So that's interesting. But I'd like to have a like music recording out there and everything and get things going and everything, but I'm just stuck in my own thing, I guess. It gets to me kind of, but then I have to say fuck it. I had something too. I didn't want to cuss in this video at all. I was gonna do a short film called The Cusser based on like all my Michigan footage when I was traveling through Ohio and um all the places I was going towards. What about Wisconsin? We call it the Wisconsin video, and I never even go to Wisconsin. Let's call it the Wisconsin video and the Cusser. But other than that, that's what I was gonna say. I've said that before, but not on here. Is that you can not be. It doesn't matter anyway. I talk about not caring, and then go about how judgment is important in life and everything. I guess it has to do with just being able to network and build up doing and accomplishing things and having people be there and having kind of a team and everything. But when you're stuck doing it all on your own or whatever, it marginalizes yourself intensely and all that kind of thing. So that's how that goes. That's my little journal about that. I'm trying to just be frank and clear about it and, transparent about it. What I was gonna say though is that like it's like people like seem to remember or call out how you are when you finally act, basically when you have nothing left and all of your intent to work with other people had burned up or you can't trust anybody due to past situations and getting burned by people, you know what I mean? And then it's not like your kinder moments and it's not like the integrity of balance that you know give examples of and live. It's about when all of that runs out and nobody else is there and you have actually used the resource to ask other people, you know what I mean? And then get treated like you're still ostracized in the outlier. And then you form actions and expressing and vocalizing that. And then that's what you're known as, not the thing before when you're at an okay mode of not being challenged by every mode of life when it comes to home life, when it comes to affording to live, when it comes to finding a place to stay, and then going out and interacting publicly and trying to get shows or work with other people and network. Like when that all falls flat and you have a root canal that needs to be done and everything like that, and then you're like finally expressing about it. That's the thing that's like sets it's supposed to set who you are, and that's something that I noticed. I'd like to work with expressing how that is, I suppose, for people that cannot necessarily put, accurate wording to it or whatever. I'm getting kind of close to it regarding it, and hopefully saving myself in some sort of way. Because when you reach the worst of sensations and have only yourself, like, it seems like you really get in trouble for vocalizing that and expressing that and everything. But I'm gonna get to some ideas of expressing and figuring out some more game plans for my life. I'm happy about the wallpaper that I put up. I'm happy about it because it reminds me of my grandmother. I know that's not so cool to talk about. Whatever, I don't really care if it is or not. I'm happy that that's up there. It was hers. I put it up there. It makes me think of her style of like old farmhouses and, you know, historical culture and everything like that. So that's cool. Glad about that. It's not really up there the best it could be. It's not gonna all topple down or fall like as wallpaper, but I have a chance to work with it a little bit more. There's some Northern Exposure was some sitcom in America. It was defining the 90s in a way before everything got all deranged and horrible in this country. This country's not doing well, and if you talk about it in a compassionate and direct way, you're gonna make so many different sides of people so mad, I guess. But they're not, they are mad already, but not really at the right things. Everybody's at some psychological war with each other or whatever. Those of us that have been minding our own business during the longevity of it or whatever are now under fire just for surviving and existing. So that's pretty wild, isn't it? Nice peaceful rainy night to kind of surpass all of that though and rejuvenate, which is what I'm going for. And I guess that's my video. Not really so sure about that, but now I'm pretty accurately precise that that's what it is. That's my video.